Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Let us chant one round of japa with Srila Prabhupada. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namne Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desha Kaurava Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram 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 Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Ram Hare जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवत्युत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। श्रीमद् भगवद गीता एज इट इज की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। समवेत गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। Hare Krishna, dear devotees, welcome to today's Srimad Bhagavatam for all session. Let us recite Bhagavad Gita shloka. We are reciting from Srimad Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter 14, text 4. Yes, Aditi Lata Mataji and Avinita.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Please accept my humble obeisances, Mataji. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
सर्वयोनिषु कौन्तेय मुक्तया सम्भवन्ति या तस्ं ब्रह्म महादियोनि Aham Bija Pradapita. It should be understood that all species of life, O son of Kunti, are made possible by birth in this material nature, and that I am the seed-giving father. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you.
Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Arindita.
Sarvayoneshu Kaunteya Murtaya Sambhavantiya Tasam Brahma Mahatyoni Tasam Brahma Mahatyoni Aham Bija Pradapita. Translation. It should be understood that all species of life, O son of Kunti, are made possible by birth in this material nature, and that I am the seed-giving father. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Isha. Okay, Isha's not ready. Madhava. Be loud. I can't hear. Rasapriya.
Sarvayoneshu Kaunteya Murtaya Sambhavantiya Tasam Brahma Mahatyoni Aham Bija Pradapita. It should be understood that all species of life, person of Kunti, are made possible by birth in this material nature, and that I am the seed-giving father.
Isha.
सर्वयोनिषु कौन्तेय मूर्तयः सम्भवन्त्यः तासां ब्रह्ममहद्योनिरहं बीजा प्रदापिता. It should be understood that all species of life, O son of Kunti, are made possible by birth in this material nature, and that I am the seed-giving father.
Okay, I'll also recite. Srimad Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter 14, text 4. Sarvayonishu kaunteya murtayah sambhavantiyaha tasam brahma mahadyonir aham bija pradapita. It should be understood that all species of life are made possible by birth in this material nature, and that I am the seed-giving father, O son of Kunti. It should be understood that all species of life, O son of Kunti, are made possible by birth in this material nature, and that I am the seed-giving father. So let's read Srimad Bhagavatam. We're reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 1, the Advent of Lord Krishna, Introduction. So, what were we reading after this? We were reading that Sukadev Goswami is. Are you able to hear me, or do you hear any disturbance? The fan is it making a noise, or am I clear? You can hear me clearly? Hmm? Hmm? You can hear. Okay. So we were reading that Sukadev Goswami begins to answer Parikshit Maharaj's questions, and he started by saying that Bhumi Devi was oppressed by demons who dressed as kings and who had increased their military army, so she took shelter of Lord Brahma, and she had taken the form of a cow and she was crying piteously. So seeing her condition, Lord Brahma took her to the shore of the milk ocean. And when he went there, before going there, he actually took along with them the demigods. Specifically, he took Lord Shiva and Lord Indra. And we saw why he took Lord Shiva and Lord Indra, because Lord Shiva is, his function is destruction, and Lord Indra's function is maintenance. And when they approach Lord Vishnu, Kshirodakashayi Vishnu, he may order Lord Shiva to destroy the demons, or he may order Indra to maintain the earth properly. So, just in case the Lord gives such orders, he took the demigods with him. Now, Lord Brahma took Lord Shiva, Lord Indra, the other devatas, the demigods, and Bhumi Devi in the form of cow, and went to the shore of the milk ocean. And after going there, all the demigods began to recite the Purusha Sukta prayers with great attention. And then Lord Brahma, only Lord Brahma, in Samadhi, in trance, was able to hear the sound of Kshirodakashayi Vishnu in the sky. Other demigods were not able to hear. And whatever he heard, he spoke as it is. He literally repeated exactly. For example, like if Krishna says, Sarva dharman parityajya mam ekam sharanam raja. Who's saying this? Krishna is saying. So, if I repeat, Sarva dharman parityajya mam ekam sharanam raja. If I were speaking in Sanskrit to another person and if I'm saying, it will sound like I'm telling that person to surrender to me. But actually, what I'm doing is I'm simply repeating Krishna's words as it is. That is what Lord Brahma did. Whatever was spoken by Kshirodakashayi Vishnu to Lord Brahma, Lord Brahma, simply repeated it as it is without even changing from direct speech to indirect speech. He just directly, as it is, he just repeated. What are those words of Kshirodakashayi Vishnu? That we are going to see from texts 20, 21. Actually, from texts, from 21 to 25. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So we have to start with 21 now. What Lord Kshirodakashayi Vishnu said. So I'll just read. Once when Mother Earth was overburdened by hundreds of thousands of military phalanxes of various conceited demons dressed like kings, she approached Lord Brahma for relief. Mother Earth assumed the form of a cow, very much distressed, with tears in her eyes. She appeared before Lord Brahma and told him about her misfortune. Thereafter, having heard of the distress of Mother Earth, Lord Brahma with Mother Earth, Lord Shiva and all the other demigods approached the shore of the ocean of milk. After reaching the shore of the ocean of milk, the demigods worshipped the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Vishnu, the Master of the whole universe, the Supreme God of all gods, who provides for everyone and diminishes everyone's suffering. With great attention, they worship Lord Vishnu, who lies on the ocean of milk, by reciting the Vedic mantras known as Purusha Sukta. So one thing that we also read yesterday was why they only went to Lord Vishnu, why they didn't solve the problem themselves, because there were three adjectives used for Lord Vishnu. Do you remember what they were? Anyone remembers? What are the three adjectives used for Lord Vishnu?
From him,
The Sanskrit words, you remember? First one is Jagannatha. Deva Deva, correct. Second is Deva Deva. And third one? Yeah. Risha Kapim. Yes, these were the three adjectives. So now you can tell me the meanings if you remember. So Jagannatha means?
who is the Oh,
Go ahead.
someone else. Oh, who is the god of all the world?
Universe. Yes. So if there is any problem in the whole universe, they will just approach the Lord of the universe. So nobody can be better than the Lord of the universe in addressing any problems anywhere in the whole world. That is Jagannath. That's why they went to Lord Vishnu. And Deva Deva, why Deva Deva? What does that mean?
God of all gods.
Yes, God of all gods. So that means the gods, all these gods have a right to approach the head. He is the God of all gods. So that which is not possible for the gods to solve, they go to the supreme God. He is the supreme. He is the God of all the gods. So therefore they all approached him. It was not within their power to solve that problem. And finally, Vrisha Kapi means there's two, Vrisha and Kapi. Vrisha means one who reigns, Kapi means one who removes. He reigns benedictions. What benedictions? Fulfillment of one's desires. And Kapi means he removes. He removes the obstacles and difficulties in the devotee's life. So here they needed removal of difficulties for Bhumi Devi. So, and also to reign the fulfillment of the desire of what was Bhumi Devi's desire. She wanted to see all the people relieved from their suffering and, you know, happily engaged. So that was only possible for the Supreme Lord. That's why they approached. Okay. So now Lord Brahma is going to repeat from this verse onwards is actually these are actually the words of, you have to remember, uh, actually from 22 onwards. Sorry. This is Brahmaji telling, because the last verse that we read was what? The last verse that we read was that Brahmaji and all the devatas, they went to the ocean of to the shore of the milk ocean, and they started um, reciting the Purusha Sukta prayers with great attention. That's all we read. Now this verse 21 also we completed yesterday. So in this verse we read that uh, then what happened? So I already told you this. So Lord Brahmaji heard in his samadhi, only Lord Brahmaji heard the sound vibration in the sky, okay, and sound vibration, vibrating. He heard the sound vibrating in the sky. Only Brahmaji heard. Huh? And Veda means Lord Brahma. He heard, and Tridasha means the demigods. And then after hearing whatever he heard, he repeated to the demigods. And then Paurushim. So Paurushim means Purusha. Who is this? The sound belonged to Kshirodakashaya Vishnu. And he told the demigods that uh, this is the order of Kshirodakashaya Vishnu, and whatever I heard, again I'm going to repeat it to you. And after hearing it, what should you do? Immediately you should carry out his order without delay. This was Lord Brahma's instruction to the demigods. Okay, before he actually repeated what he heard, he said, what I'm going to speak now is the order of Kshirodakashaya Vishnu. I'm going to again, punaha, again I'm going to say the same thing what he said. I'm going to say it. You, after you hear it, you immediately carry out his order without delay. And now he will begin to repeat. From text 22 onwards, he is going to repeat what Kshirodakashaya Vishnu said. So what should you understand? These words are actually the words spoken by Kshirodakashaya Vishnu. Keep this in the back of your mind. So 22, 23, 24, 25. These four verses are directly the words spoken by Kshirodakashaya Vishnu, and Brahmaji is going to simply repeat them as it is. सुरैव पुंसावधृतो धराज्वरो भवद्भिरंशैर्यदुषूपजन्यताम् स यावदुर्व्याभरमीश्वरेश्वरः स्वकालशक्त्या क्षपयंश्चरेद्भुवि. So I think Inia read yesterday, and I think maybe Jai Ganesh Prabhu also. Maybe Jai Shri Mataji also read. Not sure. So we'll start with Isha translation.
Lord Brahma informed the demigods. Before we submitted our petition to the Lord, he was already aware of the distress on earth. Consequently, for as long as the Lord moves on earth, to diminish its burden by his own potency in the form of time, all of you demigods should appear through plenary portions as sons and grandsons in the family of the Yagus.
Okay, so next purport. You're not reading, Madhava? Why you're not logging? Clear, be loud and clear. You're not loud enough, you have to be louder. At present also, various demoniac states are running over, including their military power in many ways, and the whole situation has become distressful. Therefore, Islam has appeared by his name in the Jahannam, in the Jahannam, in the Arabic world, and he certainly delivers the burden of the world. Philosophers, physicists, and people in general will state this movement very seriously. The man-made plants and devices work like creating subject. The dancers will sound have to say not different from the person personal. Wait, let me see. Yeah, just finish it. Normal symptomology Christmas. Chaitanya Vasai Gaha. Purna Siddha Nitya Nitya. Human One Naman Nama Namino. Padma Purana. Okay. So, what did I tell you? Who's speaking this verse? Who's speaking? Brahmaji speaking. Whose words are they? Kshirodakashayi Vishnu's words. This is exactly what Kshirodakashayi Vishnu said to Brahmaji, and Brahmaji is just repeating the same. So these are actually the words of Kshirodakashayi Vishnu repeated by Brahmaji. Now you see, before we submitted our petition to the Lord, he was already aware of the distress on earth. So Kshirodakashayi Vishnu is saying, before we submitted our petition to the Lord, he was already aware of the distress on earth. So who is this? Brahmaji is saying, before we submitted our petition to the Lord, he was already aware of the distress on the earth. Who is saying this? Brahmaji is saying. To whom? Brahmaji is saying to the demigods. What did I say? Text 22 to 25. Lord Brahma is exactly repeating what Lord Vishnu said. So who's saying this? Whose words are these? You'll have to be loud. I cannot hear anything. Lord Vishnu, Kshirodakashayi Vishnu. And he's saying that before we submitted our petition, the Lord was already aware of the problem. So who is that Lord? Who is Kshirodakashayi Vishnu talking about here? Yeah, Krishna. Okay. So now you look at it again. Look at the verse. This is pretty interesting. Here. Before we submitted, okay, let's see the Sanskrit. Puraiva pumsava dhritodhara jvaro. Puraiva. Even before. Pumsava dhrito. Pumsa means person. Okay. Pumsa. Like Purushavatara is also called Pumsa. Pumsa means person. Purusha. So even before what? Uh, before okay, before means before we put the petition, right? Even before matlab means even before it was told by us to him. So what exactly happened here is Brahmaji arrived there and they were offering Purusha Sukta prayers. They are offering prayers to Kshirodakashayi Vishnu. And of course the Lord knows he is there in the heart as Paramatma. Same Kshirodakashayi Vishnu is there in the heart as Paramatma. Yes or no? He is there. So he is aware of the problem, why they have come. And he's saying before we submitted this problem, so before he could even tell, the Lord, Purusha, the Lord was already aware. Just because these are the words spoken by Kshirodakashayi Vishnu, you should understand he's talking about Krishna. Before we could even tell him, he actually understood, he knows the problem. Okay, let's look at it again. Puraiva pumsavadhrito. Avadhritaha means it was known. Avadhrita means it was known. This problem was known to him. Dhara jvaraha. Dhara means earth. Jvara means fever. Or you can say the distress. Okay. Dhara jvara means the pain of earth was known to him even before this. Right? Pura eva. Pura eva. Indeed. Pura means even before this. Right? Like before you came and before you offered all prayers. Even before this, Pumsa, Dhara's pain, Dhara's problem was known to Pumsa. Pumsa means the Supreme Person. Okay. Bhavadbhi, Bhava means you, right? Bhavan, Bhishmascha, Karnascha. Duryodhana is saying Bhavan means you, right? So Bhavadbhir, by your good selves. Who is saying now? Kshirodakashayi Vishnu is speaking, remember. Kshirodakashayi Vishnu is speaking to Lord Brahma these words. Brahma couldn't see Kshirodakashayi Vishnu, but he could only hear the words. So these are the words of Vishnu Bhagwan, Kshirodakashayi Vishnu. He is saying to Brahmaji, Bhavadbir, by you, your good selves, plural, right? Your good selves means you and all the demigods who have assembled here. Amshair means your portions. Okay? All of you demigods, by your portions, by your amshas, Yadushu Upajanyatam. Yadushu. Yadushu means in Yadu dynasty. Upajanyatam. Janyatam. Upajanyatam means take birth. Okay? And one thing we should also understand, Yadushu means in Yadu dynasty, you should take by Upalakshana also Kuru dynasty. So you know Upalakshana? Upalakshana, you must have heard this example before. Upalakshana means, this is how it is explained. Like, okay, this is the standard example that is given in the scriptures. That when, let's say, the mother in the house is going to a neighbor's house to talk to her friend. But before going, she told her daughter, protect the yogurt that I kept from cats. You know, the cat comes inside and it steals, it eats away all the yogurt. So be careful, protect the yogurt from cat. And she goes away. Now the daughter is guarding the yogurt. Now, because the mother said guard it from cat, does it mean that she will only guard from cat? What if a bird comes there to eat? Will she drive the bird away, or she'll say, no, my mother said only to guard it from cat, so I will only guard from cat. And let's say a dog comes in, she won't drive the dog away or what? She will drive away, right? So the mother said cat, that is just one, she gave only one, but it is understood she has to protect the yogurt from cats, dogs, birds, or monkeys, whoever else can come inside and take that yogurt, she has to protect. This is called Upalakshana. Upalakshana means you mention one, but when you mention one, it is understood that all the others related things are also counted. This is called Upalakshana. So in this case also, when Yadu dynasty is mentioned by Upalakshana, you should understand Yadu dynasty means you should also count uh, Kuru dynasty, like Arjuna. Who is Arjuna? Arjuna is Lord Indra's Amsha, right? Isn't it? Then uh, Vayu. Bhimsen is Vayu's Amsha, like that. Okay, so let's go back to the verse now. What is Lord Vishnu, Kshirodakashayi Vishnu saying to Brahmaji? Bhavadbhir amshair yadushupajanyatam. All of you, through your portions or amshas, must take birth in the Yadu dynasty, Kuru dynasty. Yadu and Kuru dynasty. Rishnis, everyone included. Sayavad urvya bharam ishwareshwaraha. Saha, who is this Saha? This Pumsa, who to him the pain of Bhumi Devi is already known. That person, he. Saha means he. Okay. Saha, Yavad Urvya. Urvya means, Urvi means what? Urvi means earth. Urvya, on this earth. Yavad Urvya. As long as he is on this earth, Bharam, Ishwareshwara. That again, who is he? He is Ishwareshwaraha. He is the Lord of all lords. That means He is the Lord of all of you and He is the Lord of me also. He is the Lord of even Vishnu, Ishwareshwara. Sa yavad urvyabharam Ishwareshwaraha, for as long as he is on this earth, to diminish its burden, bharam, right? Burden. For as long as he is on this earth, to diminish its burden, who is he? Ishwareshwaraha. Swakala shaktya Shapayam Charet Bhuvi. Swakala Shaktya. Now, how is he uh, appearing on this earth? So, it is said that for as long as he is on this earth, how is he going to appear on this earth? Swa means his own, right? Nija. Swakala Shaktya, by his own potency. Shapayams Charet Bhuvi. So what is he diminishing here? He's diminishing the bharam, right? The burden of the earth. What should you do? As long as he is there, all of you take birth and you should also be there. You should also move on the surface of the earth. You got the point? Puraiva pumsava dhrito dharajvaro. Even before this present situation, like you're coming to me, even before this, pumsa, he, right, the Supreme Person, knows, or to him it is known. What is known? The pain of Bhumi Devi. The distress of Bhumi Devi is known to him. So what should you do? This is his order, right? The previous verse said, I'm going to once again repeat whatever he has said, and after hearing it, you must carry out that order immediately without delay. Brahmaji said in the previous verse. So now, this is what he is saying. Bhavadbhir amshair yadushupa janyatam. All of you are as portions of yourself, as amshas, should take birth in the Yadu dynasty, Kuru dynasty, etc. And take birth and do what? For as long as Sayavad Urvya Bharam, that Ishwareshwara, for as long as he is on this earth, what is he doing on this earth? Diminishing the burden of the earth. And how he has come? Swakala Shaktya. He has come here by his own potency. Charet Bhuvi. So he should also be there assisting him. Okay? Lord Brahma informed the demigod. So Lord Brahma is now repeating what the Lord said. So this is what the Lord said. Kshirodakshaya Vishnu said. Before we submitted our petition to the Lord, he was already aware of the distress on earth. Consequently, for as long as the Lord moves on earth to diminish its burden by his own potency in the form of time, all of you demigods should appear through plenary portions as sons and grandsons in the family of the Yadus. So here, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explains, what is the Lord ordering all the demigods to do? You see, you should appear in the Yadu dynasty. Kuru dynasty means, who are these persons in the Yadu dynasty and Kuru dynasty? Like Uddhava, Samba, Pradyumna, and Arjun, Bhimsen. Who are all of these personalities? They are actually eternal associates of the Supreme Lord from the spiritual world. Krishna's personal associates from Goloka. Some from Goloka, some from Dwarka, right? Different. But Parshada means eternal associates in the spiritual world. They are going to come. And Kshirodakshaya Vishnu is saying, all of you demigods, part of your, like a portion, your amsha should go and mix with mix, okay? Mix with the eternal associates. And then you take birth in those dynasties. So what do you understand now? Let's say, if you say Uddhava, we read in the third canto, Uddhava means actually he was a Vasu, it is said in the previous birth, right? So the eternal associates, they come down, right, to the heavenly planets, and the demigod portion, a portion of a particular demigod, like here the Vasu, will go and mix with the eternal associate, and then that personality now appears on the earth in the Yadu dynasty. So the personalities that you see in the Yadu dynasty and Rishni dynasty and Kuru dynasty, they are actually both. There's the eternal associate and the demigod, Amsha of the demigod. Now you may not think that Amsha of demigod, the demigod has come here means now there is no demigod in Swarga. No, they are there also. Like we see Lord Indra, there's a pastime with Indra, with Krishna, isn't it? Govardhan, before the Govardhan Puja started, how he tried to, or after the Govardhan Puja, he tried to destroy. So Indra was there, isn't it? A portion of him came as Arjun, right? His Amsha, his Amsha. But Arjun is also an eternal associate. But a portion of Indra mixed with the eternal associate, and they came. So here especially Yadu dynasty is mentioned. So all these demigods, this was the order of the Lord. For as long as the Lord is on the earth, and what is the Lord doing? Reducing the burden of the earth by his own potency. By his own potency, is reducing the burden of the earth. Until that time, these demigods should also be here on this earth, assisting the Lord. Okay? So these are the portions. And one more thing here, later on we will see that when at Prabhasa, when the Yadus had they fought with each other. What happened at that time? All the Yadus were killed, right? Now who are Yadus? Yadus are residents of Dwarka. They're eternal residents of Dwarka. Dwarka is not, just like Vrindavan is not a material place. Vrindavan is the spiritual, Golok Vrindavan. That same Golok Vrindavan has come here as Bhauma Vrindavan. Same Vrindavan has come here, but it's the same. Similarly, Dwaraka also. There is Dwaraka in the spiritual world. That same Dwaraka is here. Krishna never touches the material world, right? He never touches the material energy. So his associates and his abode, they're all spiritual. So all these members of the Yadu dynasty, when they fought with each other and they killed each other, what exactly happened then was that the demigod portions, amshas of the demigods that had mixed with the eternal associates, they, when they killed each other, those demigod portions went back to their particular respective abodes in the heaven. And the eternal associates, they remained in Dwaraka. So, Krishna's pastimes are called Nitya Leela. They are eternally happening. But when the Lord comes to this, Lord comes means his pastimes are eternally happening. He's there all the time. But he manifests. His Leelas are manifest. That means they're visible to everyone. during a certain period. The scheduled time when the Lord comes. During that period, his pastimes are manifest, his associates are manifest to the whole world. Everyone can see. And after that scheduled period, the pastimes are still happening, the devotees are still there, only they are not manifest to everyone. Okay? So these are unmanifest. Unmanifest. So these eternal associates, they were still there in Dwaraka, but they were not manifest anymore to everyone's eyes. Those who are advanced devotees, they can still see, but they remained in Dwaraka. But the demigods, they went back to their abodes. Now this is the proof that the demigods, and also this verse, where the Lord is directly telling the demigods, your amshas should go and mix with the Yadu, and should appear in the Yadu dynasty. The Yadu dynasty is already there. They're all eternal associates. You should take birth there means you go and mix and then you take birth. Like that. Okay? And then you assist the Lord. So, yeah, for as long as the Lord moves on earth to diminish its burden by his own potency in the form of time, all of you demigods should appear through plenary portions as sons and grandsons in the family of the Yadus. So you have, just like you have Pradyumna, Pradyumna is actually an eternal associate. Like eternal associate means Pradyumna is actually Vyuha. You know, you have Chatur Vyuha, like Vasudev, Sankarshan, Pradyumna, Aniruddha. So Pradyumna is a Vyuha. That Pradyumna, along with that Pradyumna, Kamadev, Cupid, he mixes with that Pradyumna. And then Pradyumna appears as the son of Krishna. Like that. And about Arjuna, I told you, Indra, right? Amsha of Indra mixes with Amsha of Krishna, Amsha of Indra mixes with Arjun, eternal associate, and then he appears as Arjun. And I think Samba is Kartikeya. Kartikeya mixes with the eternal associate Samba, like this. Here it is said sons and grandsons, right? Similarly, Aniruddha, like that. So the Lord's eternal associates. So now Srila Prabhupada is saying, as stated in Brahma Samhita, Ramadi Murtishu Kala Niyamena Tishtan Nanavataram Akarod Bhuvaneshu Kintu Krishna Swayam Samabhavat Paramah Pumanyo Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami. I worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead Govinda, who is always situated in various incarnations, such as Rama, Narasimha, and many sub-incarnations as well, but who is the original personality of Godhead known as Krishna, and who incarnates personally also. So Krishna is the original person. He is the fountainhead from whom all other incarnations are appearing. Okay, they're all sub-incarnations. So in this verse from Srimad Bhagavatam, that means the one that we are reading, Puraiva Pumsava Dhritodharajvaraha, the word Pumsa refers to Krishna. See? Clear, right? See, that is why it's already there. Srila Prabhupada is saying the same thing, but you may not, because when you read the translation here, Lord Brahma informs the demigods, you won't understand that part, isn't it? So, whatever I explained to you, after that, now you read the purport, and then it just makes, everything will make sense, right? That is the commentary of the Acharya. Srila Prabhupada is saying the same thing, but you may not find the connection. Now you read the purport and you'll understand. What is Srila Prabhupada saying? Srila Prabhupada is saying, in this verse of Srimad Bhagavatam, the words Puraiva Pumsava Dhrito Dharajara, Pumsa refers to Krishna. Then who is the speaker? Pumsa refers to Krishna. So, Kshirodakashayi Vishnu is saying Pumsa. Pumsa means Krishna, who was already aware of how the whole world was suffering because of the increase of demons, without reference to the supreme power of the personality of Godhead. Now Srila Prabhupada is telling us about, how, people are in this world, okay, or demons are. Without reference to the supreme power of the personality of Godhead, demons assert themselves to be independent kings. So this was the problem that Bhumi Devi was facing. Demons asserting themselves to be independent kings. And they were demons. Asuras tad viparyaya. Vishnu bhakta bhaved daiva. Asuras tad viparyaya. Asura means what? They are against Vishnu. They are not bhaktas of Vishnu. They are against Vishnu. They see Vishnu as their enemy. So demons, without reference to the supreme power of the personality of Godhead, not recognizing, not acknowledging the supreme personality of Godhead as the master, they assert themselves to be independent kings, just like Hiranyakashipu or Vena, right? They stop all worship to the Supreme Lord and they assert that I am the independent Lord, like this. These are the demons. Demons assert themselves to be independent kings and presidents, right? Nowadays, modern day presidents, and thus they create a disturbance by increasing their military power. When such disturbances are very prominent, Krishna appears. At present, also various demoniac states all over the world are increasing their military power in many ways, and the whole situation has become distressful. Right? This is ongoing. Like every day, you will see there is war, there is battle, there is military power going on. Every day, even today, yesterday, every day, you will hear about battles and wars and military powers. Therefore, Krishna has appeared. So when things like this happen, Krishna appears. Therefore, Krishna has appeared. Then where is Krishna? He has appeared by his name in the Hare Krishna movement, which will certainly diminish the burden of the world. Philosophers, religionists, and people in general must take to this movement very seriously, for man-made plans and devices will not help bring peace on earth. The transcendental sound, Hare Krishna, is not different from the person Krishna. Nama Chintamani Krishna Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha Purna Shuddho Nitya Mukto Bhinnatvan Nama Namino. This is from Padma Puran, which is saying that the name of the Lord and the Lord himself are non-different. Krishna and the sound Hare Krishna is non-different. So you are clear with this verse? Clear, right? Do you have any questions or doubts on this verse? No. Clear. Now we'll go to the next verse. Okay, text 23. So again, all these verses 22, 23, 24, 25, these four verses are spoken by Kshirodakashayi Vishnu. And whatever was spoken by Kshirodakashayi Vishnu is simply like a microphone, right? You speak in the microphone makes the sound, same sound, what you speak, like that. Lord Brahma is like a microphone. Whatever was spoken by Kshirodakashayi Vishnu, whatever was spoken by Kshirodakashayi Vishnu, Lord Brahma is amplifying it, that's all. He's simply amplifying what was said by Kshirodakashayi Vishnu. So when you read these verses, you should hear them as words of Lord Vishnu. This is Lord Vishnu speaking. Even the previous verse, it was Lord Vishnu speaking. That's why he said the Lord was already aware of this problem. So then if Vishnu is saying the Lord is already aware, means who is the Lord of Vishnu? Krishna. Same thing Prabhupada also said in the purport. Pumsa refers to Krishna. Krishna is the master of, he is the supreme incarnation, all the others are sub-incarnations. That is also said, Srila Prabhupada quoted Rama Adi Murti. And also in the same verse, Lord Vishnu himself is saying, Ishwareshwaraha. Ishwareshwara means, I am Ishwara, he is my Ishwara also. He is Ishwara of all Ishwaras. He is Ishwara of myself, Kshirodakashayi Vishnu. you Brahma, you Lord Shiva. He is the Ishvara of all of us. Like that. So now, again, the next verse spoken by Kshirodakshay Vishnu. Vasudeva grihe sakshat Bhagavan Purushah Paraha Janishyate Tat Priyartham Sambhavantu Surastriyaha. Another important verse, similar to the previous one, but slightly different. Translation. So, Madhava Rasapriya, yeah.
The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, who has full potency, will personally appear as the Son of Vasudev. Therefore, all the wives of the demigods should also appear in order to satisfy.
The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, who has full potency, will personally appear as the son of Vasudeva. Who is speaking? Kshirodakashayi Vishnu is speaking. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, who has full potency, will personally appear as the son of Vasudeva. Therefore, all the wives of the demigods should also appear in order to satisfy him. Okay, purport after Rasapriya. Nilambari Radha Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, can I read the next?
I'm not able to hear Mataji.
Mataji, can I read next to this next?
Yes. Okay.
Thank you.
Priyanka Haripriya Mataji. Yeah.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please
Yes,
accept my humble obeisances. Jai Shri Prabhupada.
Please accept my humble obeisances, Mataji. Jai Shri Prabhupada.
In Bhagavad Gita 4.9, the Lord says, Tyaktva deham punarjanma naiti mam eti. After giving up the material body, the devotee of the Lord returns home back to Godhead. This means that the devotee is first transferred to the particular universe where the Lord is at that time staying to exhibit his pastimes. There are innumerable universes, and the Lord is appearing in one of these universes at every moment. Therefore, his pastimes are called Nitya Leela, eternal pastimes. The Lord's appearance as a child in the house of Devaki takes place continuously in one universe after another. Therefore, the devotee is first transferred to that particular universe where the pastimes of the Lord are current. As stated in Bhagavad Gita, even if a devotee does not complete the course of devotional service, he enjoys the happiness of the heavenly planets, where the most pious people dwell, and then takes birth in the house of a Shuchi or Shriman, a pious Brahmana or a wealthy Vaishya. Shuchinam Shrimatam Gehe Yoga Bhrashto Abhijayate. Thus, a pure devotee, even if unable to execute devotional service completely, is transferred to the upper planetary system where pious people reside. From there, if his devotional service is complete, such a devotee is transferred to the place where the Lord's pastimes are going on. Herein it is stated, Sambhavantu Surastriyaha. Sura Stri, the women of the heavenly planets, were thus ordered to appear in the Yadu dynasty in Vrindavan to enrich the pastimes of Lord Krishna. These Surastri, when further trained to live with Krishna, would be transferred to the original Golok Vrindavan. During Lord Krishna's pastimes within this world, the Surastri were to appear in different ways in different families to give pleasure to the Lord, just so that they would be fully trained before going to the eternal Golok Vrindavan. With the association of Lord Krishna, either at Dwarkapuri, Mathurapuri, or Vrindavan, they would certainly return home back to Godhead. Among the Surastri, the women of the heavenly planets, there are many devotees, such as the mother of the Upendra incarnation of Krishna. It was such devoted women who were called for this in this connection.
Yes. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. So, see, what Srila Prabhupada has written, Srila Prabhupada takes from various Acharya's commentaries. Okay. And I have not studied all the commentaries of various acharyas. I have only heard from Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's, and whatever I heard, I will share. And we will also read Srila Prabhupada's commentary, which is taken from other acharyas. Some verses Srila Prabhupada gives Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's commentary, and in some verses he takes from others also. And it is not necessary, by now you know, that all acharyas' commentaries should be exactly the same. No. Okay? They can be different also, from different angles. They're just bringing out different tastes, right, of Srimad Bhagavatam. So, with that, let me first explain, or we can first read Srila Prabhupada's purport, and then I can explain Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's commentary. What is Srila Prabhupada saying here? That, or first, what is the verse saying here? Vasudeva Grihe, in the house of Vasudeva, Sakshat Bhagavan Purushah Paraha. Sakshat Bhagavan. Sakshat Bhagavan means the original Bhagavan, means Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. Purushah Paraha, right? He is the original person and who is transcendental. Janishyate, Janishyate, he will appear. He has not appeared yet, right? He will appear. In Vasudev's house, Sakshat Bhagavan, who is the Supreme Person and he is transcendental, he will appear. Tat Priyartham, so this is according to Srila Prabhupada's purport, Tat Priyartham, for his satisfaction, Sambhavantu also should take birth. So before the Lord said, means Kshirodakashayi Vishnu said, all of you demigods, your portions should appear with the eternal associates, right? You should take birth in Yadu dynasty. He said that. Now your wives also should appear like that. Okay? That Priyartham, according to this purport, is for his satisfaction. Sambhavantu Surastriyaha. Sura means Sura and Asura. Sura means demigods. Asura is demons, right? So Sura Striyaha, the wives of Suras, should appear for his satisfaction. Then Srila Prabhupada is saying, okay, after giving up material body, the devotee of the Lord returns back home, back to Godhead. This means that the devotee is first transferred to the particular universe. Okay, so when this verse 4:9, Tyaktva deham punarjanma naiti, mameti sorjuna. Mameti, he comes to me, Krishna says, right? So Srila Prabhupada is saying, mameti does not mean that he directly goes to the spiritual world, right? This means, mameti, he comes to me means, first he is transferred to one of the material universes where the Lord is at the time performing his pastimes, right? Just like in this universe, the Lord performed pastimes 5,000 years ago, right? Like that, at every moment, the Lord is performing pastimes in one universe or the other. Not only that, actually, he can be present in different universes at the same time. In one universe, he is performing Putana Leela, killing of Putana, and in other universe, he is, the battle of Kurukshetra is happening, and in other universe, he is, performing Rasa dance, and in the same time, at that particular moment, he is doing. So all his Leelas are happening at all times. In some universe or the other, it is happening. So when a devotee leaves his body, where will he go? Like one who has perfected, right? One who has achieved perfection in this life. First, he is transferred to a particular universe, material universe, where the Lord is at that time performing pastimes. And then this devotee is trained by the Lord's eternal associates, because whenever the Lord appears, his eternal associates also appear, as we are reading here. So in that universe, this devotee will be trained by the eternal associates how to serve the Lord. And when he becomes nicely trained and perfected, then he is transferred to the spiritual world to continue his loving devotional service there. Okay.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
It says
Okay.
that. Oh, sorry, Nilamari Mataji. It says that they will train first and then they will go there. No, by associating with Krishna, they will go back to him. It says in the purport that they will train before and then they will go to that where Krishna is doing pastime. No?
Trained means, yeah, you have to perfect your bhakti here first.
First, and then.
So at the time of death, when you remember Krishna, right? When you at the time of death, how you'll remember Krishna at the time of death? When you're trained in bhakti here, that's when you'll be able to remember Krishna at the time of death. Now, whatever you're doing, it's training only. But then you have to actually enter into pure devotional service and you have to be trained. You'll be nicely trained and bhajan karo, sadhan karo, marte jaan le hoy. Right? Saying. So at the time of death, how much bhajan you have done, how much you have trained yourself in bhakti yoga, it will be tested at the time of death. So at the time of death, if you are remembering Krishna, means you have perfected your life. You are trained now. Now from here, where you will go? From here, you will go to a particular universe in this material world where you will be trained by the eternal associates of the Lord, because the Lord is there at that time, so his eternal associates will also be there. You will be personally trained by the eternal associates.
Yeah, in the purport, probably they didn't explain that explicitly.
Okay, I'll read again. This means that the devotee is first. Nilamri Radha Mataji, you were saying something? I will read it again.
Mataji, the eternal associates are from Goloka, right? Goloka Vrindavan.
Yes.
They are. That means it's when one gets a chance to go to Goloka, it's not sure that she or he will stay there forever. They can come to the material world to perform.
No. That means Krishna is also coming to the material world. That means there's no guarantee that he'll stay there eternally or what?
Yes, that's what I am saying. That once you we know that once you go to Vrindavan, you Goloka, you don't have to come back to the material world.
No,
but it's not that.
You can come by the Lord's will for pastimes. Whenever the Lord comes, his eternal associates come with him to perform pastimes and they go back. Not that you fall down and not like that.
Okay, and it's I heard that Prabhupada also came from the eternal from Goloka. That one of Prabhupada's disciples said that Prabhupada said in some time, one time that Krishna told me to come. I said, no, it's disgusting. That
Yes.
material world is disgusting. I'm not going. Then Krishna said, no, you just go and write books. So publish books, write and publish books. Then the Prabhupada. That means Prabhupada came from the eternal
realm. Yes.
world, right?
Eternal associate of the Lord. Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, Mataji.
Thank you.
Same with his spiritual master, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. He's called a ray of Vishnu. And same with Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. He is Kamala Manjari from the spiritual world. Yes.
So they came and they struggle like in material world, and then they went back.
Yes, they came to they came to assist Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in his Hare Krishna movement, in spreading his Hare Krishna movement.
Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj also said that now I have to go to moon planet. Now they are also going through Kali Yuga.
Who said?
Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj.
Acha,
He
right.
told to his disciple that now he looked at the moon and he said, "Now I have to go there because now Kali Yuga has come there also, so I have to go there." Oh my God, I can't even imagine, like staying away from Goloka Vrindavan for so long just to serve Krishna. I mean, I don't know how people do that.
8 minutes. Yes, Mataji. Okay. So let's
Thank you,
just,
Mother.
yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna. So let me finish this purport. Let's get this clear. So this means that the devotee is first transferred to the particular universe where the Lord is at that time staying to exhibit his pastimes. Okay. There are innumerable universes, and the Lord is appearing in one of these universes at every moment. Therefore, his pastimes are called Nitya Lila, eternal pastimes. So I told you, they are always happening. At every moment, his pastimes, all his pastimes are happening at every moment. Nitya. Nitya means what? Eternally. Always, continuously. Nitya. Right? So his pastimes are happening at every moment. Like you have Nitya Karma, right? Nitya Karma means which are done regularly every day, like that. So the Lord's appearance as a child in the house of Devaki takes place continuously. This is Nitya, continuously in one universe after another. Therefore, the devotee is first transferred to that particular universe where the pastimes of the Lord are current. As stated in Bhagavad Gita, even if a devotee does not complete the course of devotional service, he enjoys the happiness of heaven. This is different. This is different. Enjoying the happiness of heavenly planets. That is, if he has not perfected his devotion. The previous one is if someone has perfected his devotion here in this life, he will be transferred to a universe where Krishna is personally performing his pastimes. That's different. But if someone he has not completed, right? Even if a devotee does not complete the course of devotional service, right? So you have not completed, you have not come to Shuddha Bhakti stage and you have not perfected. Shuddha Bhakti also, actually, for one to go to the spiritual world, you should cross Bhava, Prema. Because spiritual world means now you are direct, you'll get direct Bhagavad Sakshatkara, being able to see the Lord face to face. That happens after you get Prema. Okay? So, you may be somewhere like Narad Muni, Bharat Maharaj, right? They were in the stages of Bhava. Narad Muni means in his previous life, he was in Premankuram stage. Premankuram means just, Prema is just now going to start. But he had not achieved the perfection yet. So therefore, the Lord said, in this lifetime, you just continue chanting. You won't see me again in this lifetime. But in your next life, right? Next life means your next body is going to be a transcendental body. Like that. So, for somebody to go to the spiritual world to see the Lord face to face, he should perfect his bhakti. He should come to the stage of prema. He should come to the stage of prema. What if you don't come? If you have not yet perfected your life. And why you have not perfected your life? Bhakti, I mean, you have not perfected your bhakti. Let's say, like in the 6th chapter, we see you still had some. That was actually talking about yogis, but anyway, as stated in Bhagavad Gita, even if a devotee does not complete the course of devotional service, he enjoys the happiness of the heavenly planets. That means if he has fallen from his position because of some material desire, again, you can take the example of Bharat Maharaj. He got some attachment to the deer. There are different reasons why he got that attachment, but the fact is he got some attachment. So because of that attachment, then he had to take birth as a deer. You understand? He fell from his practices, his devotional platform. He fell. He was not now meditating on Krishna, he was meditating on the deer all the time. That means he fell from the position of his bhakti. So when someone falls from the position of bhakti after achieving a certain stage, and if he falls, of course it's not like you fall from the stage of you came to the stage of bhava and you fell, that means again you have to start from the beginning. No, it's like temporarily you are stopped, your bhakti stopped for some time, like that. So then you take a detour and then you come back and join from the same position. Whatever you have done, it's not going to be lost. It's not like you have to start all over again. But for some time, there is a stop, halt in the progress of your bhakti. So similarly, in just like in Bharat Maharaj's case, when he became a deer, in deer body, of course he was staying around with devotees and hearing Krishna Katha. Uh, he had learnt his lesson, so he didn't want to do it again. But in deer body, you don't get an opportunity to actually render devotional service. You hear, but still that body is not so, that body is not conducive for performing devotional service, worshipping the Lord, serving the Lord. For that, the human body is most conducive. That's why he got the body of Jad Bharat. But getting the body of Jad Bharat was not because of karma. It's not like he's forced to take the body of Jad Bharat because of karma. No, it was not. How do you know? From his activities. Right from the beginning, he was completely Krishna conscious. He was completely Krishna conscious. So it's not because of karma. But here what we are hearing is like when he got the body of a deer. Why he got the body of a deer? Because he had some attachment, right, to the deer, which deviated him from the path of bhakti for the time being. So here Srila Prabhupada is saying, if a devotee does not complete the course of devotional service, he becomes deviated from bhakti because of some material attachment, let's say some happiness of heavenly planets. Then he's given that opportunity for some time. Go and take birth in the heavenly planets, fulfill your desires, and once again you come back and you continue, you pick up from wherever you left off. Right? So, as stated in Bhagavad Gita, even if a devotee does not complete the course of devotional service, he enjoys the happiness. He enjoys the happiness of the heavenly planets where the most pious people dwell, and then takes birth in the house of a Suchi or Shriman, a pious Brahmana or a wealthy Vaishya. Shujinam Shrimatam Gehe Yoga Brashto Vijayate. Thus, a pure devotee, even if unable to execute devotional service completely, is transferred to the upper planetary system where pious people reside. From there, if his devotional service is complete, so that means from that position also he can complete, right? So, of course, here it is said, Suchinam Srimatam Gehe. He takes birth in the family of Brahmana or family of a rich, wealthy person. Actually, from what we hear in Bhagavad Gita, when one performs bhakti or yoga for a short time and falls down, he does yoga for a short time and falls down, that means he is not really mature in bhakti. He just did a little bit and he left. And he fell down because he had material desires. So he'll go to, so material desires means he wants enjoyment, and he'll go to heavenly planets. So when he goes to heavenly planets are not conducive for performing bhakti. There's so much sense gratification. They will enjoy nicely. And then this is also said in Bhagavad Gita verses. And from there he'll come back to the earth planet. He has to come back to the earth planet. But when he comes back to the earth planet, he will take birth in some family of, Brahmana or a wealthy person so that he doesn't have to struggle. And when he takes birth in such families, he's given an opportunity. Now you can once again continue where you left off, like that. But if somebody has performed bhakti for a long time, then he doesn't even bother. He doesn't even have to go to heavenly planets. He directly takes birth in the family of transcendentalists. And right from the beginning of his life, he starts performing bhakti. Like that it is said. But so anyway, here we are reading. Let's read what is said in the purport. That from there, that means A pure devotee, even if unable to execute devotional service completely, is transferred to the upper planetary system. That means this is not another universe. This universe only, another upper planetary system where pious people reside. From there, if his devotional service is complete, such a devotee is transferred to the place where the Lord's pastimes are going on. Herein it is said, Sambhavantu Surastriyaha. Surastriyaha, the women of heavenly planets, were thus ordered to appear in the Yadu dynasty in Vrindavan to enrich pastimes. So what is being said here is these in heavenly planets also we have some demigods, right? So some of the demigods may be devotees. Of course, we know all demigods are devotees, but they're not pure devotees, mixed devotees in general. In general, that is why they have these posts and positions. But amongst the demigods also, some demigods, uh, maybe those devotees who were transferred to heavenly planets, who took birth as demigods because they could not complete their bhakti, but they had some desire, right? So they stopped by in demigod planets. So Srila Prabhupada is giving the example of Aditi, the mother of Vamandev, or the demigods, mother of all demigods. So they are given an opportunity. This is according to Srila Prabhupada's purport. So they are given an opportunity to come down here when Krishna appears, right? So it is in the same universe. It's not like after giving up their body, they're going to another universe. No. In this universe, when the Lord appears on the earth, some of these demigods, who, not all, some of them who are actually devotees, like, maybe they were practicing pure devotional service, but whatever, they were, they had to go to upper planets. Then they're given an opportunity to come and get trained by the eternal associates of Krishna who come with Krishna when Krishna comes. And by that training, from here, they can be transferred to, now they're directly with Krishna on this. So there's no question of now being transferred to another universe where Krishna is performing pastime. They're already assisting Krishna here. They're already assisting Krishna here, being trained, and they already did bhakti. That is why, but there was some lacking, something lacking, not complete. So they were promoted to heavenly planets, maybe some desire or whatever. But when Krishna comes, they are given an opportunity to come, to associate with Krishna, to render service to Krishna, to be trained by Krishna's associates. And from here, they can actually go back to the spiritual world. Aditi Lata Mataji, do you want me to finish the purport first, or do you want to say something before that?
Okay, finish it, Mataji. I wanted to say about Aditi actually because.
Acha, let's just finish this last part and you can say.
Yes.
It's related to her only. Surastri, the women of the heavenly planets, were thus ordered to appear in the Yadu dynasty in Vrindavan to enrich the pastimes of Lord Krishna. These Surastri, when further trained, to live with Krishna. So this is as good as somebody from this, like some devotee from here, now when Krishna is not personally performing, or he is not performing his manifest Leela, some devotee perfects his life and then he takes birth in a universe where Krishna is performing pastimes and is getting trained. It's like that. The Surastri is invited to participate in Krishna's pastimes, means that they are getting trained by the eternal associates of the Lord. So these demigods' wives, when further trained to live with Krishna, would be transferred to the original Golok Vrindavan. During Lord Krishna's pastimes within this world, the Surastri were to appear in different ways in different families to give pleasure to the Lord, just so that they would be fully trained before going to the eternal Golok Vrindavan with the association of Lord Krishna, either at Dwarakapuri, Mathurapuri, or Vrindavan. They would certainly return home back to Godhead. Among the Surastri, the women of the heavenly planets, there are many devotees, such as Mother of Upendra, incarnation of Krishna. It was such devoted women who were called for this connection. Yes, Mataji.
Mataji, Aditi was mother of Upendra, who was Krishna himself, right? So when that person is in association of Krishna or Vamandev, then how come that person is not already perfected? That should be good enough, because that person is already in association of Krishna.
There's difference between Vaikuntha and Goloka. I'll tell you, there's one more explanation here, which we don't have time, which I was going to tell you. Vishwanath Chakravarti, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's commentary, we will discuss it tomorrow about the Surastri, who the Surastri are. That we will discuss tomorrow. But even what you said, she was the mother of Vamandev. But Vamandev is not Swayam Bhagwan Krishna of Golok Vrindavan. Here the person here Kshirodakashayi Vishnu. All incarnations are coming through Kshirodakashayi Vishnu. And Kshirodakashayi Vishnu is saying the Lord is Ishwara Ishwara. He's my master also. So Aditi is being given an opportunity to associate with Krishna. Krishna. Golok Vrindavan Krishna. That Krishna is the master even for Kshirodakashayi Vishnu. Through Kshirodakashayi Vishnu, Vamandev, Nrsimhadev, Lord Ramchandra, Varahadev, everyone is appearing. Achintya Bheda Bheda. They are different and one also.
Yes, Mataji. I agree, I understand, but I'm also trying to understand in a deeper level that when we read about Dhruva Maharaj and Prahlad Maharaj, all they also have, they didn't see Krishna. They met Vishnu. They perfected their life. Even Dhruva Maharaj's mother, who was sent because Dhruva Maharaj wanted her to come to Vaikunta. So they are going to Vaikunta. You're saying they are going to Vaikunta. That's why they can go. But if it is Goloka Vrindavan, then that person will have to.
Anyone who wants to go to Goloka Vrindavan must serve a Vrajavasi. They must serve a Vrajavasi. Even Lakshmi Devi cannot go to Golok Vrindavan. What to speak of anyone else? Lakshmi Devi is the internal energy of Lord Vishnu. She cannot go to Golok Vrindavan. Why Golok Vrindavan? Even this Bhauma Vrindavan, she could not come. She had to perform tapasya. So anyone who wants to go to Golok Vrindavan must serve, must be trained by the residents of Vrindavan, the Vrajvasis. And depending on which rasa, in which relationship you're going to serve the Lord there, you should be trained by those devotees in that rasa. If it's Vatsalya rasa, then Mother Yashoda and her assistants. If it is Madhurya rasa, then gopis, like, Srimati Radharani and her associates, the Manjaris, like that. Until and unless one serves and gets trained by the residents of Braja, Golok Vasis, Golok Vrindavan Vasis, one does not have entrance. Even the queens of Dwarka, when they come down with Krishna to perform pastimes, they don't go to Vrindavan. They come to Dwarka.
Okay, so for those pastimes, when we hear that they went back to Godhead, they went to Vaikuntha. That's how we have to understand.
Yeah. Unless they have served some Brajvasi, they cannot go to Vrindavan. Yes. Now, whether they have served a Brajbasi or not, do you have that information? I don't have. But this
No,
is.
later on, later on, like we see that Prahlad Maharaj is coming in Chaitanya Leela, he's coming
Yes.
also. When they
So
are
he got, that means he got to serve some Brajvasi.
later on in, yeah, so yeah.
Because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Navadvip is also there in Goloka. It's one corner of Goloka, there is Navadvip. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's associates. But they are not directly Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's associates. They go visit Radha Krishna, like Goloka Vrindavan, where Radha Krishna's pastimes are going on. They visit and they come back, like Sankirtan. They go there and then come back. But the pastimes of Mahaprabhu with his associates are Sankirtan. That is their pastime. So if somebody simply wants to be in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Leela, in Sankirtan Leela, they can be in Golok Vrindavan, always like exactly like the way Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastimes. You see, they're always discussing Krishna Katha and they're in ecstasy talking about Krishna Katha. And sometimes while performing Kirtan, they go there and they come back like that. That's also part of Goloka, but a different side.
So we are worshipping, we are also deep in Chaitanya worshipping. So then if we go to Chaitanya instead of Goloka Vrindavan, then Navadip?
Depends on who you're, where you want to be trained. Like Srila Rupa Goswami is Rupa Manjari and he is Rupa Goswami also. He's there in Chaitanya Leela, he's there in Krishna Leela. Same with all the other associates. Swarup Damodar Goswami is Lalita Sakhi. So you have both. So how would you like to serve them? You want to assist Swarup Damodar Goswami or you want to assist Lalita Sakhi? And beyond that, I don't have any, I don't have any, my tiny mind can't go beyond that. I don't know. But
Mataji, I just want to share one thing which I heard about Japataka Maharaj. He was one of the devotee women. She was trying to open his shoes, to serve him. She was not aware that she's not supposed to touch Maharaj, and all the his assistants, they said that no, you are a woman, you cannot touch. So then she started mumbling among in within herself a little louder that next birth I'm going to be a man so I can serve Jayapataka Maharaj. Then Jayapataka Maharaj heard this and then said, no, stop. Come back, come back. Yeah, you can take my shoes. You don't come back again. For this, I don't desire to come back for serving me. Then I also have to come back. You also have to come back. He's so kind, Mataji.
yeah.
I heard this. Oh my God.
Yeah, I think we have to end here because devotees have other services and they, I think but we'll discuss this topic again tomorrow. I have to explain Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's commentary also on this verse. So I will end here. There's 2 chats. Let me see. Yeah, okay. Yeah, very esoteric subject, Mataji. Yes, so we will end here. We'll continue tomorrow. Hare Krishna, dear
Thank you,
devotees.
Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. Saujanya Mataji, Hare Krishna. I didn't get to respond, but I will send a response. Hare Krishna.
No problem, Mataji. No need to respond. I just wanted. I was thinking I'm not letting you know in the right time. So thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
dear devotees. Hare Krishna. All of you have a wonderful
Thank
day.
you, Mataji. Hare